This is my review for Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is the 1993 spin-off movie of Batman the Animated Series. It's directed by Eric Radomski and Bruce Timm and stars Kevin Conroy as Batman. This movie also brings back Mark Hamill as the Joker and introduces Dana Delany and Stacey Keach as Andrea Beaumont and the Phantasm. I hope I pronounced those names right. This review for me, it's almost accidental. I watched it the other night, just as something to kill some time really. It's easy watching, but I forgot how good this movie actually is. As far as animated movies go, this is pretty dark. The voice acting in this movie is incredible. It's such a well-written story, and given how the Batman movies went after this, I think it's safe to say that this is the best Batman movie of the 90s. Now, before I get into this review, I'm just going to say that there are going to be some spoilers here. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it for yourself, stop watching now. Otherwise, this movie came out in 1993. I assume the majority of people watching this have already seen the movie. So here goes. This movie has two main plots really. The first being that this new vigilante in town, the Phantasm, is killing off mobsters, and a lot of these mobsters, they think that it's Batman that's doing the killings. And sure enough, the media are soon to jump on that assumption too. This alone is a pretty great plot, and thinking back, I do not think that this movie would have been given a PG rating today. I think a lot of parents would have kicked up a fuss about it, given how violent this movie actually is at times. The other subplot for this movie, which at times feels more like the main plot, is a take on the origin of Batman. I know that today most people are kind of sick of seeing the Batman origin portrayed in film, but back then it was actually something different. I mean, if you think about it, the Tim Burton movies, they didn't really delve into the origin too much. They only really gave little hints at it. But this film is actually the first to show Bruce Wayne transitioning into Batman. We didn't get a live-action movie doing that until 2005 with Batman Begins. This was quite a bold dynamic and is different to anything we'd actually seen in a Batman movie so far. So this centres around Bruce Wayne planning to become Batman. He's training in martial arts, he's looking at different gadgets. There's a scene where he's at the World's Fair amusement park and he sees this futuristic car, which we notice as what becomes the Batmobile. However, he hasn't fully figured out how he's going to be Batman yet, and when he goes out on his first patrol trying to stop some thieves, he's sloppy, he gets in the way of the police, and the criminals don't take him seriously at first. And although he does manage to stop them, later on he does tell Alfred that they didn't fear him and that he does need to be better. Through all of this, he meets a girl, Andrea Beaumont, and he starts falling in love with her, and as this goes on he realises that he can't be risking his life out there fighting crime when he's got someone to come home to at night, and there's a lot of conflict going on there. There's a great scene backs this up where Bruce is standing at his parents' grave and he's begging them, he's pleading for them to tell him that it's okay for him not to go through with this anymore, claiming that he can give more money to the city so they could hire more cops. But he's just pleading for them to let him know it's going to be okay, telling them that he didn't count on being happy. This is before Andrea shows up behind him and he says, "Please tell me that it's okay." And she says, "Maybe they already have. Maybe they sent me." This is my favourite scene in the entire movie. It shows Bruce Wayne's human side. It shows that he is a flawed and conflicted human being, not just a brooding crime fighter. It is amazing. Most live-action superhero movies, they don't have this level of storytelling. Moving on, Bruce decides that he doesn't want to be a crime fighter anymore, and he proposes to Andrea, finally thinking that he can live a normal life and be happy. Later, there's a scene where Andrea's father is shown to owe the mob a lot of money, and after making a promise he can't keep to an enforcer, they both flee the country, and she leaves a vague note for Bruce telling him that she has to break off the engagement. Bruce seems to think that this was his last chance at a normal life, and he then goes on to become Batman. The scene where Bruce dons the cape and kill for the first time, and Alfred reacts. It's just an example of how cinematic this animated movie actually is. Back to the main plot. It's 10 years on and Andrea has finally returned to Gotham. She sees Batman standing at Thomas and Martha Wayne's grave, and she deduces that Batman is in fact Bruce Wayne. After figuring out Andrea's father's involvement with the mob, Batman comes to see Andrea, and knowing that he's Bruce Wayne, the two have a dispute. Later on in this movie, the Phantasm targets another gangster, Valestra, who has turned to the Joker for help, but when the Phantasm gets there, he realises that the Joker has already killed him. Both the Phantasm and Batman have traced the Joker to the World's Fair amusement park that was seen earlier in the film, where he's been hiding out. The Phantasm is revealed to be Andrea, who is avenging her father's death, which, as it turns out, the Joker was involved in. The twist here, though, is the Joker saw this coming, and the two end up in a fight. The Joker damn near kills Andrea. Batman shows up, they end up in a fight, and this fight goes in a stalemate. They've just fought each other hard, and no one is winning this fight. This sequence ends with Andrea interfering, grabbing a hold of the Joker, Batman begging her to stop her quest for revenge. She tells Batman that he too is driven by revenge. She says her final goodbyes before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Joker laughing hysterically. Batman screaming out for Andrea as, once again, the woman he loves is disappearing from him. Meanwhile, the park's blown up from the bomb that the Joker has rigged earlier. This whole sequence is perfect. You understand each character individually here. You understand that Andrea, she feels she has nothing left. She has to do this. She has to get rid of the Joker. She has to avenge her dad. The Joker, you understand, is a maniac, and it's all a game to him. He's literally laughing in the face of death here. And Batman, he sees his chance for a normal life disappearing once again. The woman that he loved comes back into his life and disappears. This is a whirlwind of emotion going on in this scene. The ending of this movie, it sums it up all very well. Andrea's on the deck of a cruise ship, evidently missing Bruce again. Some guy tries to hit on her. When she doesn't respond, he asks, "Do you want to be alone?" She tells him, "I am alone." Meanwhile, back in Gotham, Batman's standing on a rooftop. Bat signal shines, Batman swings towards it. The actions here, without any words spoken, are enough. You see, both of them are missing each other, but as far as Batman's concerned, he's lost his chance for a normal life, and it's business as usual for him. This movie for me is way better than an animated movie should have been. There's definitely never been another Batman animated movie like it. There's definitely never been another animated superhero movie like it. I doubt there ever will be. And as I said before, this is easily the best Batman movie of the 90s, because the two follow-up movies that we got, the live-action movies, they were not up to par. They butchered the Batman franchise. So Batman Mask of the Phantasm for me absolutely gets 5 stars. Guys, thanks for watching again. I'll have a lot more videos up soon. I plan on doing a lot more than just movies. So please subscribe, like this video, comment, tell me what you think. And as always, thanks for watching.